fans, welcome to another character bio. I'm a little bit late. I'm actually a lot late. I was supposed to do this video for you guys last month. Fortunately, it just got too hectic for me. I was trying to rush to finish the next scene so that we wouldn't go past the 30-day mark. And here we are. I am just now able to get this done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. What can I say about Vortex? Vortex, when I thought about the Combaticons, I wanted to make sure that each of their characters was, their personality, was fully visible without having to explain too much. And we get to see in scene one, Vortex has this crazy side to him, right? He likes the destruction. He likes the combat. He likes killing Autobots. He gets a kick out of it. I mean, I think they all do, but he gets this a little bit more out of it, and he really doesn't care. So part of his personality is actually in his design. If you look at his helicopter design, it's not a straight helicopter, right? It has the body of it has like curvature to it, right? It almost looks like a shark that's jumping out of the water, or curling up, or something like that. And then at the top, the rotor blades are or the propellers at the top, they have this really crazy design. It's not just a regular helicopter propeller. So it's got some spikes, it's got some twists. So very unique, and that crazy design is really it goes into his personality. We get to see more of that personality take place when he touches down with the rest of the Combaticons on Earth, scan the mask vehicle, and we see him. We see really his aerial superiority, right? His skill set in the air. He manages to, after scanning the vehicles, he manages to fly in between the other helicopters, the mask helicopters, and he starts shooting them one by one, taking them down as he's flying in between them. Does this cool loop, and he flips down and transforms, and he just talks about how easy all that was, right? So we definitely get to see a taste of his aerial superiority. As I've mentioned before, he's part of the Combaticon group. He forms Bruticus. He actually forms the left-hand side of Bruticus, if I'm not mistaken, and obviously a very intricate part of the entire Combaticon team. As I've mentioned in previous films or previous videos, that I wanted to make the Combaticons something special. I wanted them. I thought when Starscream had found the blank protoforms in the Harbinger, I really thought that those were going to be the Combaticons, and I was super excited when that episode came out. Unfortunately, it turned out that he made clones of himself with those protoforms, which I thought was, gosh, I thought it was such a missed opportunity for the original show. So when I started this project, I knew I wanted to get the Combaticons in. I felt like they were military vehicles, which is pretty much what almost all the Decepticons were. When you look at the Soundwave, Skyquake, Starscream, right? Even Megatron, even though he was a Cybertronian jet, he was, you can put him there within a military style vehicle. So I felt like the Combaticons having military vehicles would have complemented the Decepticon side. Obviously, the Decepticons were disbanded, right? The Combaticons don't know this. They've been out of touch for quite some time with the base of the Decepticon party, if you will. And so what happens is the Combaticons are still on their mission that they were handed out, at whatever time by Megatron. And so when I put them into the story, I knew I needed to develop each of their, or I wanted to display each of their characters or personalities. And so within this project, we'll definitely get to see that, and you guys will definitely get to see more of that craziness as the story progresses. For now, let's get into his bio and let's take a look at what it says.
As a great warrior in the sky as he is on the ground, Vortex helps to maintain air superiority for his fellow Combaticons. More often than not, he would rather shoot first and ask questions later, all the while using the speed and cunning to gain the upper hand.
All right, as you can see, bio pretty much explains exactly what I was talking about, right? He's got some type of aerial superiority. His skill set is high. It's up there, right? He's definitely feared, and he takes on the Autobots with pleasure, right? He takes them on. He has no hesitations. He'll take them apart whichever way he can. Now, what's interesting is these guys are dangerous alone, right? Individually, they're dangerous, but they're even more dangerous when they come together. There's friction in between the team, not a whole lot, but it's regular friction that you would have when you have one guy who's more serious, one guy who's a little bit less serious, and so sometimes there's a little bit of bumping heads, like we saw in scene one between him and Brawl. But it wasn't anything serious because the Decepticons are overly confident. One of the things that they've done is they actually all have done, right, is that they've played down the threat of the Autobots. They think that they're the superior ones, and so they've you know essentially they're like, okay, these guys can't really beat us, so we'll toy around with them and we'll mess around with them and we'll have our fun, and then when we're done having our fun, that's when we'll kill them, right? That's when we'll take them offline. So that's pretty much the attitude of the Combaticons towards the Autobots, and it's the same way for the Destructicons with just about everybody else. So so it seems like that's the one thing that the Combaticons and the Destructicons seem to really have in common. And granted, the Autobots are outnumbered, they're outgunned. All these characters are much bigger than them, so they definitely have their uphill battle. But with Vortex, again, it's one of those things where I just really wanted him to be a little bit crazy. All the other guys are a little bit more serious, and he's the crazy one of the group, or the crazier one of the group. And I think we'll get to see more of his personality as the story progresses, into the later parts of this project. So, guys, that's what I have for you guys as far as Vortex goes. The next character update, I think I will take care of Swindle, and that'll round out the Combaticons as far as that goes. So we'll see if we can do that for next month. Guys, thanks so much for joining in. Hope this was informative for you guys. Take care. Peace out. Until all are one.